We're going to start this video off topic and look at my nail polish. I have black, and then I'm okay with this. It turns out purple, but it looks like it's red. And then the blue, but really I just need to go with the dark colors. With same colors I would use for my hair and for most of my clothes. So just dark blue, black, and dark purple. If it's light green. And I just went over my nails with black. And it looks like I did the same thing on the toenails, but really, what I did is I had the green blue, and then I put blue over it, and then I put the purple over it, so now it looks black. Okay, after I get we're gonna have about Percy Jackson, and then we can look at our other books. Look at the beautiful books. Updated series and everything. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I read everything that was on the back. Yeah. I have the complete book series and everything. There you go. Yeah, this is better lighting. There we go. It's Percy Jackson. Yeah, maybe read, but probably not. Haven't been taken out of this. I just borrowed them from the library when I was first reading them, and they were maybe read. Yeah. Slightly used. They've just been read like 1 or 2 times, like ever, and then put immediately back in. I have another one that's just like this, but you can see that this isn't damaged whatsoever. It's perfectly intact. It's all good. And then we're gonna, because I only have one hand, we're gonna go like this. Oh, apparently. There's a piece of paper in the back, and my stupid ass headphones. Oh, AirPods, whatever the hell. This stupid thing keeps falling out of my ear 24/7. I hate them. I use my big ones, but then they hurt my ear, and the battery just died, so I can't use them right now. Even though music's not playing. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is book 1, the lightning thief and everything. It's all good. Okay. So the books look, you can see. Dang it. It's hard to do one-handed. There. See, all the pages intact. This looks like it's ripped, but it's not. It's just part of the design. That's how it looks from the side. This is book 3. Yeah. And then I did end up reading the other ones. I don't really remember most of the crap from these books. I wasn't that interested. I read it kind of around the same time that I read the Hunger Games. I read the Hunger Games like right after, and that was way more interesting to me. I was like, Hunger Games were interesting to this, so I didn't really care or remember. So it's 5 books, and then 6 or 7 or whatever it ends on. And it should be putting it back in order. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's for the books. Okay, so for what I remember, yeah, it was just Percy Jackson's, like, he was gifted with water powers, but they're mostly useless, and you can barely, he is not able to use them most of the time, and they don't usually help him in battle. They help him a little bit at sometimes, but he mostly had to work and build some strength and use weapons and crap. But he could never really so he could put up a little bit of fight, but Annabeth was just saving his ass the entire time, and he was just jumping into danger. He's like, and the whole prophecies were, I didn't see the point of them talking to the prophecies, but I guess the Oracle was just actually just being nice, because they'd wait and talk to her. The conversation wasn't long, but it slightly delayed their trip. You know? Slightly delayed their trip, so he had a little bit more time. See, I hate this. I hate everything. Okay. had a little bit more time just to prepare for the journey and just to make sure and being like, yeah, Annabeth goes with you because you're gonna fucking die. And Annabeth saves your life 24/7. And I never understood why she falls for him. Stupid, because he's super stupid. And all of this trash. I mean, he has no worth or value, and it's not important whatsoever. Oh, also, I like Hadex, the author. The Hidden series, I like this one the most. I read a few other books by him, but they weren't really worth remembering, and I couldn't really get through a lot of them because I was like, it's not interesting enough. Yeah, Among the Free, it's how it ends. So, I thought it was interesting and everything. Among the Enemy, it was cute. So it's basically like what China was doing and everything, besides just killing off girls and handicapping their women's feet and everything to make them small and dainty. They'd also make it so you could only have like 1 or 2 children, and then they finally were like, oh, we don't have them. We have a smaller population, and our birth rate's really low, and we don't have that many children, and so we're gonna up it. You can have more than like 1 or 2 kids. Yeah, but in this one, you can only have like 1 child or 2 children, and that's it. And then all the other ones went into hiding, or they're immediately killed off after they were born. And if their parents didn't murder them, then they were later killed. But then they were able to infiltrate the army and take back control and change the laws and all of that crap. Yeah. Okay, that is correct order. These are beautiful. I've read them multiple times. You can see how they've all been used and how banged up the box is a little bit, especially on the top. It's banged up. But it's still together, and I just needed 1 piece of tape. Only 1 piece of tape. And it's all good. You can see how beautiful they are. I love the series. It's beautiful. For Percy Jackson. I'm trying to remember all the crap. Okay, so Annabeth saved his life 24/7. Barely survives. He was really interested. He wasn't really interesting. I thought he was really boring. I was kind of annoyed by him. I didn't get it. And then we talked about my beautiful black butler. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. So, for black butler. Okay, so we're going to... they might be in slightly out of order, but they shouldn't be. But yeah, they're all here. This is the 20. Okay, let me check. This is my last one. Okay, we're going to go to the last bit. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. The girl who was tricked and everything, and she was told and she made it believe it was magic, but it was just fear gas. And the fear gas wasn't just, fear gas, and it wasn't just poison. And once you were exposed to it, your face rotted and your entire flesh rotted, which took some time. So no one suspected anything. And they kind of figured out what was happening. Holy shit, it fell. The mirror fell. The mirror, everything fell. Well, because it was holding books. Not really. It was just being bullshit. Okay. So we have our beauties. Okay. I don't know. I have to keep looking at newer Roman numerals because I can't figure out what the hell's going on. Oh. Okay, this one is after. Wait, no. This is 19. This is 20. This is 8. That's 8, and then this is 7. Not 7. And while he's on the trip, that's when his twin brother comes back and kills the prince's butler and all of that crap. Okay. So, yeah. And then that is 7. 17. Same crap. And we have 6. 5. Oh crap! I didn't do that correctly, did I? Okay. But okay, I already talked about butler. So as I move and motion and everything, we're gonna go back and we're gonna talk about Percy Jackson. Still more. Okay. I remember about the betrayal and everything. I didn't think of it especially that much of as a betrayal because I was like, it's only a real betrayal if like, I get it, your friend like tried to kill you, but you didn't really know who did it, and you thought it was the emo kid who was the kid of Hades that set up the scorpion that stabbed you. But no, it was really your friend Luke who didn't really have any powers, and he was just he turned out to be Hermione's Hades. No, not Hades. But the weird, it starts with the H, is the weird messenger god that can fly everywhere. And he gets flying shoes. And that's his daddy. So yeah. So I guess I only do have 20. But yeah. Oh, okay, what one was this? This is, what? 11. So this is the book 11, and this is after, what is it? Book of Circus. So all the circus and all that crap about the whole kids being in a circus and luring other kids in and killing them and using their bones as prosthetics. Yeah, so that already happened. Before 11, and I think even before 10. Is it before 10? I was looking through 10. Because, yeah, okay. 10's a murder mystery with, what is it? Basically, the Queen's dog. It's not the Queen's dog, it's the Queen's butler, which you see in this image. The evil angel. Right there. Okay. Yeah, take forever for me to put this back. But yeah. Okay, that guy came for a finish. So yeah, okay. And then there's this one. So it either ends in the Book of Circus, either ends around 7 or 8. Well, not 8, 7, 6, or wait. That's 6. This is 6. So it's either this one or it's the cover. But a lot of the time, you have the cover of that one when you get the reach of the end of that story. See, and what is this? 19, you get the very end of her story, but it's mostly about something else. That's what the book is about. So it's usually, you see all her and you learn about all of her story in the book in 18 and not in 19. So the cover image is usually like one-off of the main character that you learn about. Okay. So yeah. I'd rather put this all for sale somewhere. I'll probably let my sister do it. I don't care. Putting it all in here. So she can do that. But yeah. Okay, so about Percy Jackson. Okay. I was saying before, I'd only consider betrayal if, like, Annabeth betrayed him. And, like, she totally should have and just done it because, like, oh my god, he was so annoying and he kept causing problems and kept dying every 5 goddamn minutes. He wasn't worth anything. He was trash. And she was like a total worry badass. And then also, I saw the meme or whatever in the show. Okay, that's book 1. So what I also found was annoying and everything about him and about in the show and everything is that Percy says exactly what, like, the audience and everybody thinks. Like, you says what you think, what the audience thinks and everything. He said, because, like, I'll give you an example. the thing with how Zeus's daughter or son, whatever, his child that was part of the prophecy or whatever, they were turned into a tree and everything. And he's like, that's really stupid and everything. And he complains and he's like, why would I help try and save the world or go on these missions or anything? Yeah. The only real difference between him and like other characters and all of that. Okay, what is this? 4. Okay. The only difference between Percy Jackson and other characters before him and everything, the only real difference is the fact that he spoke his mind and he actually complained and he's like, hey, you shouldn't spend little kids and you shouldn't send me out to die every 5 minutes. Like, that's stupid. And so he just complains and grumbles the entire time, but he still does it. He doesn't fight against it and he doesn't not do it. He just complains the entire time, which makes him even more annoying. We're like, we get it, and what you're saying is true, so if you're going to complain about this, you're going to complain about it, and you're going to say crap about how they shouldn't be sending you out to war and all this crap, and how about you actually do something about it, and how about you not listen to them, and not follow their instructions. Okay, that is 7, so where did my other books go? No, that's 4. Maybe that's 5 or 6. Confused? That's 4. This is 5. This is 6. I've only read them like maybe twice, ever. This is 9. That's 10. Okay, that's 3. I need 2. 6, 7, 8, 9. I always have to look these up because it's always so confusing. 9. This is 10. Because it's easy to know that V is 5 and all the other ones are just 1s, and that X is 10. That's easy, but everything else is confusing because they'll put the 1. Because you'd think if there was a 1 next to it, you just add them both together. But you don't always. They have a 1 in front of it, which means you have to subtract that 1 from the number behind it. And it can be very confusing. Okay, we're at 10, 11, 12, 13. What is this? 14. And this is really hard to see because it blends in with his hair. The Reaper's hair. The guy who does the stones, yeah. He's evil. And he brings people back from the dead. He's a zombie maker. Okay. Okay, that was 14. 15. 16. Okay. And then we're already at the top, and we have to fill all these in. So I don't know how I did this before. And there's not enough room. I can't put them like this. And I can't... I don't know how I put them in before. That's great. Oh, and also, there's these little ones. I didn't get them all at first. I got them slowly over time. But I also can't put it like that because it's all ripped on the back and the side. I need tape. I don't care anymore. Okay. So yeah. So I didn't really care that much about Percy Jackson. Like, it was interesting, but like him as a character, I didn't really like him. Like, I liked Annabeth, and I liked Loki. No, not Loki. Luca, maybe. No. I liked Hades' kid. I liked him. He was cool. Even though he wasn't there very much in the book. I liked him. So that's who I liked, and that's why I read the book. That's who I kept me on my toes, and I was like, oh, I'm willing to read the book because you are involved. I think we're just gonna have to slide some of these over. think we're gonna go down here. Okay. I think just 2. The width of 2. No, I can do 3. I don't want to do 3. Okay. And now I have room. And now I have to read numbers again. I can't figure out what any of these are now. Okay, what are you? That's not 9. That's 8. 8. Oh, this is 9. It's 18, 19, 20. Okay, and this is 17. Let's look next. Okay, and then, so I don't really care about Haiti. I mean, Percy Jackson, I was only interested in him at the last book when he forgets who he is and everything about himself, and he has to retrain and relearn his powers, and everyone identifies him, and he goes to the opposite camp. I don't really understand the difference between, there's Greek and Roman, and no one really knows who came first because they were always fighting each other and taking each other over, so no one knows who came up with the god's idea first and who stole it from who, but they all adapted and they all merged, and they're all the same gods. And so he had a half-brother, but they're literally like the same age and maybe a few months difference and maybe like a year at most difference. And apparently they don't look that much different because everyone mistaked him for him. And everyone thought he was him. They could be a little bit different, but basically the same. And then the Greeks and Romans fight against each other for no apparent reason. Yeah. So that's the only time I thought it was interesting, and like he had a brain and he actually fought and he had strategy and he knew what the hell he was doing in a battle for once. And he had a really cool horse. There were 2 horses on the front and they were fighting each other and it was beautiful. So I read it. I don't know if I read all the other books because they were boring and probably just skimmed, and if it didn't entertain me and there wasn't action, I skipped it part. Don't care, I don't remember. Okay, okay, so I only really remember the last book, and then I also remember what I thought really cool and who I thought was awesome, because especially the whole being like, the most powerful god is really stupid because he just turned his kid into a tree to avoid the prophecy. Total BS. Instead, he ended up with a daughter, and she's like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go become a warrior. And the only requirement to just become a warrior and be hunting with wolves and like riding horses and even maybe even riding wolves is how I imagined it. I was like, she just became a badass warrior. And I'm like, you're literally trained to become a badass warrior anyway. So just make it your official career that you're going to do for the rest of your life. That makes sense. You're going to have to do that anyway with the monsters coming after you and all that crap anyway. So doesn't make any difference, and the only difference is that now you have a bunch of other girls to do it with, and you have a bunch of friends. She just became a huntress and everything, and I was like, you're Zeus's kid, and you're going to use that power to hunt things, and you can do that, and you can get away with not fulfilling the prophecy because I think maybe she gave up aging, and if she gave up aging, I was like, that's just an extra benefit. But I'm like, she's just like, I'm just not gonna have a kid. I'm just not gonna get married, you know? Because why do I have to get married? That's stupid. I'm gonna go be a badass warrior chick. And that's what she does, and I'm like, really? That was an option? Why didn't all of these kids do that? You know, there wasn't that many of them, and then you like meet the last one. He's supposed to make the doomsday prophecy supposed to come true, and I was like, whatever. Find a way around it, or just whatever. Or just let it come through, because like, it's not like your father did anything for you. Let his life go to hell. Yeah, so that's everything I remember from Percy Jackson. It's the only thing I care to remember anyway. I only really remember about where are we? This book's next. I only really remember is Hunger Games and Katniss and all that crap. But I thought Katniss kind of was bullshit, because I was like, she literally settled and she was just forced by other people to get married. So the reason why she met her and she settled for the guy she did, because she would have went with the guy who she lost her virginity to in the woods to, and he protected her family and everything. But she's like, I can't really forgive you. And I'm like, she could have still had a kid with him and just kept him as a side. She cheated on him, and just had a kid with him. Because she couldn't get over the fact that he said the command and everything, and he sent bombs, which murdered her sister. Which is the entire thing, and the tiny reason why they got along and everything, and they were friends, is because he promised to help and protect her family. But then he failed at that, so yeah, of course you're pissed and everything. Yeah, okay, that's all I have to say about all of that crap and all the books. So that's all the books that I was going to show and that we talked about. So I'm going to set it all down so it can be nicely sold to someone else. Since I basically have the entire set, I'm only missing 3-3, but we're not entirely sure, so 3-2. I'm only missing 12 books. And I would have the complete series, and the series not even finished for Black Butler. But I have basically the complete series, and then she had the big book somewhere. I don't know if she actually owned it, so she might have turned it back to the library. Or might have got lost everywhere, somewhere. And then I remember the book Thief. I read this thick boy. So basically, okay, let me think. What can I remember? Okay, a Jew moved. Her parents saved her by basically back